What is going on, YouTube? It is Sunday. That means it is Guild Wars Day. I have some attacks to do before Fortress Feud starts, so we're going to jump into this. I'm going to show the guys I'm using first, and then of course we'll get into the rest and get into the attacks. So let me open my altar. I'm using Ares 10 of 10 with 3 of 5 Revive, Warlock 10 of 10 with 3 of 5 War God, SK 10 of 10 with Deadly Strike, and then let me find, I need to get to, where is he? Spirit Mage with 8 of 10, 4 of 8 War God. I actually have no crest set. And then Cupid with Bulwark, that doesn't really matter. Revite on Tredatar, so he goes off as soon as possible. So let's get into the artifacts as well. I do have to change these still. So I'm going to take SK off of Axis Strife, put him on Blitz Scroll, take Ares off, put him on Axis Strife as well with Warlock, and then just for instance I'll put Cupid on Goblet so she stays alive just a little bit longer. So let's get right into this. I did see that we don't have too many good teams, so this should be fairly easy. I'm going to drop these Mecha Men just to get rid of this Ares totem, and then from there I'm going to drop the Skull Knight at the bottom, let him tank all the towers, and I'm going to let him pull down the Dread Drake and as well the Golem and the Arctica, so I can take out, so right there I took out at least one hero. I still have 2 that I can drop if I have to, which I probably will. Warlock takes a few out, makes it easy there, and I'm down to just 3 heroes, so that's going to make it a lot easier as far as when I respawn. I'm only worrying about 3 heroes instead of 4, and my Skull Knight is still tanking, so I'm actually going to drop. They don't end up killing him, at least doesn't look like it yet. But Tredatar's about to go off, and then Ares and Warlock will go off, and just like that, right through him. So that was pretty easy. Only lost 1 hero on that, unless someone dies in the last second or 2. But so that dropped fairly easy if you get it that specific way. You just want to make sure that the Skull Knight pulls them out. So same thing here. I see there's a few Psy Shields, and as well I see quite a few Revitalize, so I'm going to drop these and get rid of this Santa proc just in case I don't hit him. That's one less hero to slow down or wait. I was hoping to get the Ares, but that did not happen, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the Warlock first, and I was hoping that it would hit the Ares, but it did not. That's okay though. So we're just going to let them continue to proc, and then we're going to drop the SK in. You can see I already dropped 1 or 2 heroes. I had a few that respawned with that, so there we go. They all died, so I'm going to drop the Tredatar over in the corner. And what I'm hoping for is when they come up, the Skull Knight goes under Calamity, and my Skull Knight can kill his Skull Knight and the Dread Drake. If we get through them, it's pretty much an easy win from there. And there's the Ares proc. He does not have Valentina. That right there wraps it up. There goes Dread Drake and Skull Knight. There is 2 left, but they will not be able to kill my Skull Knight specifically, so we should be okay. I do want to mention why Life Drain is so good. Right here, he's under the Calamity, and instantly 40,000 health per hit, so that does help a lot. He tanked all that with the towers hitting him as well, and otherwise I probably would have had to end it and redo it. So Life Drain is very big in Guild Wars. Even though you're not stopping the other enemy from proccing, when you do it this way, it doesn't matter. So that was an easy one. We're going to move on to the third one. So we're going to go back in. We got to find which one. I believe that 195 is going to be the highest next. So we're going to go into Oblivion, nothing, and then Dark Knights was 183. Yep. So we're going to come back in. We're going to jump into the 195, and we're going to see how his base is. So they're all pretty much using this base, this same base, which is a good base. I was using it before. I just switched to try something a little bit different. So I'm going to drop Ares, Warlock, and I'm going to delay the Cupid so right when he goes off, everybody gets hit. And then as they start to proc, I'm going to drop my Skull Knight in. And the reason why I waited is so that Valentina was dead. So now, even though that Ares might... No, the Ares actually caught him perfect. That will work great. So Skull Knight's still tanking. He killed him. And Ares is the only one left. The Ares Calamity does go off. But I'll just drop my Spirit Mage in the corner. And that Ares is not taking out my Skull Knight. So nothing to worry about there. And from here, I actually won't even have to drop my Tredatar. So basically 5 heroes on this specific one. I thought this one was fairly easy. It wasn't too difficult at all. So let Mage do the cleanup, and of course, I'll be speeding it up too. But alright, so 508 on that one. The 190, I believe, is going to be next. I do got to heal some heroes first, so let me jump right back in. I pretty much skipped that out, so we didn't have to look at it. So I'm going to drop Warlock first to get rid of the Psy Shields if there was any. Ares, and then I'm going to delay the Cupid again just to make sure that right when Cupid goes off, those two go off. And you can see already their heroes are dropped, a few of them, so this one should be fairly easy as well. I see his Ares still has not been hit yet, so hopefully he gets hit here in a second, which he should. I'm going to drop Skull Knight, add his Skull Knight, the Ares procs, I do see that. So my team might die here, which is why I have Trentar, so that is okay. And there we go, he dies, and I'm just waiting on Cupid. And then I will be able to, I'm going to end up dropping him. I probably should have dropped him right before the Cupid proc. That's okay, though. I guess it could have been worse. I'm not really too worried. He's got plenty of time to go off. So he's going to go off. They're all hit under the Calamity. Now, I do see that the guys are split. I don't like that specifically, but I think I'll be okay anyways. So I'm at 35%, 40%, and all I have left is the Dread Drake. I'm pretty sure I'll be okay with this. Dread Drake actually kills the rest of my heroes, so that's actually even better for me because now Skull Knight's not going to do any more of a percentage. He's just going to attack. So I speed this up because, of course, his Dread Drake is not killing my Skull Knight. Eventually, my Skull Knight does take him out here, and there he goes. So now I can just drop my mage and help do the cleanup for this, make it quick and easy. And of course, like I said, I always do speed this up because, let's be honest, the heroes are dead. Who wants to watch this? We all know what happens. They walk through and hit the buildings and take it out. So one more left, and we're going to go with, I believe the 185 is the highest, and it is. So I'm just going to bring it back. And this one I found was fairly easy. Alright, so let's get ready and do it. We drop Warlock. And then we're going to drop Skull Knight to this left. And the reason why is you'll pull this SK out, drop the Ares, and just like that, his Skull Knight's already dead. That made it really easy. So the only thing I'm worried about is that Dread Drake, which is now dead already as well. And sure enough, yes, Valentina went off. It's not going to matter. He's going to die anyways. So we're still doing good here. And there goes Golem, and that pretty much ends it right there. So I'm going to drop the Spirit Mage, and then I'm going to speed this up, let them, of course, do work, and let them go quickly. Hopefully they take out the base as fast as possible. Although, of course, I have plenty of time, just like that Mage takes out for 493. So let's see what I end up with. 25-42, fairly low because of the competition. I am in 8th for the guild. I do see we are in 2nd right now by quite a few points, I believe. Yeah, we're in 2nd by quite a few points, but we still have lots of attacks left, so I'm not too worried. Oh yeah, we have lots of attacks. So hope you guys like this. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I am out.